Greetings, freaks, geeks, and everything in the shadows. This is another episode of San Francisco by Night. I am joined here with my good friend William, aka Alex. Or is that the other way around? That's the other way around, but either way. So, today we're doing a social where we are going to be, Alex has something to discuss with Officer Justice, and we will let the scene start to play out with Alex describing their scene and take it away.
If you check the image channel, you do see a lady who's wearing a bit of a jetpack and a skateboard that flies. I don't have the jetpack yet, but I have the skateboard that flies.
They are shredding in the air. Okay.
Alex is coming to the house that the our your character, Officer Justice, has told her the correct locations,
Yes.
and she will be arriving with her again the amazing cool ass skates.
Fortunately, it is only overcast and drizzling. You are genuinely fine.
And she parks her skate, takes the skate under her hands, comes to this beautiful suburban house, and knocks the door.
Door
Tum, tum,
opens
tum.
up, and you see Valentine in yoga pants and just a t shirt that says
Mhm.
something about some sort of synth band, a band literally played by synths named Toasterhead. She's like, "Oh hey,
Hello.
did you ride here on a hoverboard?"
Yes. Is that a problem?
It's just you had a lot of faith in this weather. All right.
It was just hot, and I bought this. Like, I sold my car and bought this. I think this is way cooler than a car.
I mean, yes, but have you lived in this city? When is it ever not raining?
Well, it's just to find, save for those days where I
Yes,
don't walk under rain.
the two
Under,
the 2 days out of the year.
yes,
Anyways,
exactly.
you want tea or coffee?
I would be very happy with a coffee.
All right. She walks you into the shows you the living room. It's a modest. It's an okay living room.
She has like a package, and she gives a guy bought these cakes. Hopefully, they will be you will enjoy them.
Oh, oh, thank you. Let me go
Uh,
get the
well,
coffee ready, and I'll be right back.
she sits down and waits after if she tells her to sit down, of course.
Oh yeah, she gestures to the couch.
Hmm.
It's
She sits down.
there's not a lot. There's a lot of pictures hanging around the walls. Actually, interesting enough, you'll see one picture of you'll recognize Nick, and you'll see a slightly familiar face standing next to him.
Who's the face?
It would be very similar to Justice's, but it's an actual person.
Ah, Justice's human self.
Yep, she's ah yeah, no, pretty lady. Just oddly enough, she was a redhead.
Hmm.
But yeah, Justice will come back in with coffee, and she'll pull the little chair across from you so you can sit across each other. It's like, so, um, this is about when you like tried to, you did that thing and you read my mind or something like that.
It's not a mind effect. It is just I get some sort of a fact regarding you.
Oh,
I did not want to talk about this in your parent, and I made it quite obvious, and I really apologize for it.
no, it's fine, but
I'm not quite good at lying. I am kind of good at shit talking.
fair. So, so which secret did you get?
I don't know if it's a secret or not. It is. As I said, it is. I don't know what I got, and I don't want to understand because I don't like. It was not intentional for me to know what I may or may not know. Therefore, I would like. I brought this on a piece of paper, and I am going to show it to you what I know or what I got as a fact, which I don't know what would it lead to.
As stares at paper before she picks it up. All right.
Yeah, she,
It's probably
she
like, what did you learn about my first crush or some? Her eyes just widen, like she kind of gets a little shaky in her voice. You. Oh. um. Thank you for telling me. She kind of crumples the paper up in her fist.
I don't want. I don't want to. Firstly, I believe I owe you an apology, and I really do apologize.
No, it's totally fine. You didn't expect to to get that, and I didn't. We didn't know. Powers are weird. We don't know what they do.
She nods. The I want ask you to tell me what it is. I don't think I have any right to do so. I am just going to say that the whatever you ask me to do with this knowledge will be done. And I am not interested in causing problems to anybody.
Thank you, thank you. If possible, try to forget it, but that's not gonna be possible, I guess. So, um,
I
never
have
tell
this
a
weird.
soul. And she gives you a serious look. Not anyone.
I won't tell anybody. I have this issue with remembering everything I see.
Oh, great. Um,
Yeah,
like, and she kind of leans in. I, I don't, I honestly don't even know if Mr. X knows, and I wouldn't go. I unless he specifically needed it, which even then that should be me to do so. I I don't actually know 100% if I even would tell him because it's just like I trust him, but it's like that's just too personal.
some things are.
Fuck. People can fuck me. Also, thank you for not actually saying it out loud. Um,
I don't again want to cause any problems, and I especially without knowing what this really is. I am hoping Perrin won't pressure us to tell him.
sorry, say that again.
I'm saying that I hope Perrin won't pressure us to tell him that what I learned. And I hope that he will be fine with us telling he is not going to learn.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. I mean, first he says he's screwed us over, but that wasn't him, and that's weird. No, I don't know how much we can trust him with anything. And he seems off. Not like in a bad way, but he seems mentally different.
I am in the mindset that Perrin can be quite useful, but I also personally think that Perrin is can be a bit strange, especially with flirting.
Yeah, yeah, he's a flirt. Not to not to put this pressure on you, but again with that word, if anybody, like, just so you have a sense of the gravity of what I'm talking about, if somebody learned this word and I didn't trust them and they knew its weight behind it, I'd have to kill them. It would just have to go down. And she gives you this dead serious look.
Alex takes a deep breath and nods. I have asked you the question of how you were turned, and you told me that was against your will. I was put into a fighting pit against my will, and I completely understand that sometimes we may have to do things to survive.
Yes. It's not so,
Especially, please go right ahead.
it's not so much me per se that I'm worried about. It's it's people I care about. I'm not gonna let something bad happen to Nick or anybody I care about. And I mean, and I think we can both understand this, that when it comes to things we actually care about, we're both killers. So, you know how it is.
Yes. The killing was not by choice at first. And was saved by the pit by Mr. X.
That's good. That's good.
I am looking for the person who put me in the pit. But obviously, I know that I do something, things in different ways than other normal humans do. Normal humans can't be able to defeat you, won't be able to defeat you. The I think while I am powerful, the person who hold me in that pit was more powerful than I was. In a way that he was able to hold me there.
Do you have do you have any leads?
Trying to find one of his lieutenants to get information. I don't know. I didn't know where the pit was. I know the inside. I don't know the outside. But
You,
I remember some of the old warriors' name. And people, does talk about these things in streets.
I can, just because I'm a beat cop doesn't mean I can't get shit. I can't get favors and information.
She
I,
knows I will be in your debt if you do this.
yeah. Let's put that fucker in the ground.
How about your fucker?
I don't I don't know. I don't even know where he is. Again, it's hard to identify Wolfman.
I don't have connections on street, but I know how to ask questions on street.
You
I
know?
can't try to learn.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's. She kind of reaches out her hand.
Yeah, she does shake her hand.
All right, let's go.
The sorry for
I
cutting
said,
you off.
yes. I said, let's go. Let's go make this world less shitty. When we actually figure out what we're doing. Um,
What's the out of curiosity? I'm asking this simply out of curiosity, Officer of Justice. But how is the deal with you and you being Riker's friend?
she kind of like rubs her temple. It's not asked for. That's for certain. It wasn't asked for. And kid's an idiot.
Why do you say that? I'm curious.
He's he's trying to balance these two lives of him protecting his mom in this nice house, this nice life, while also having his thumb in this pie of running a fucking criminal organization, and now he's a part of Section 9. He's in for a rude awakening. And I guess so am I eventually.
He asked me if I would consider fighting in this pit. I don't think he realizes he insulted me. I get the inch sometimes to fight. Not gonna lie. I have this weird feeling sometimes. I feel in my mind that I want to return to that. But I know that this I think that it is because of the adrenaline. Like I was always a bit of a adrenaline junkie. So maybe he was trying to be nice and maybe he was trying to be cool, but I don't know. Like even him saying, I don't put people to fight there. Everyone does it because their own will.
Do
It's either
you
the biggest bullshit he ever says. Or he is.
you don't have to grab them by you don't have to grab them by the shirt and toss them in for them to have no choice.
Yeah. Like some people will just enter there because they want to feed their kids, and he can just give money to them or make them work for him. And like he'll like it is very weird because he also says like he wants to come clean. Like he made two sentences that is completely different from each other, like ruling the underworld and then coming clean in 20 minutes. So I think he's kind of lost.
Why am I bound? Why am I tied to this? Legitimately, what do you think his life expectancy is?
If the story he told is true, that he become a pit leader by kicking someone's butt, by his own expectations, I can challenge him.
I asked him why he doesn't just shut it down. He says because another one would open up, but
That's something he heard from me, probably. But yeah, another one will open up, and I think you can. I don't know. I always like I am sometimes played a role of saying things that is against whatever is in front of me. I have that annoying tendency. The I but I also feel you can't stop human trafficking. You can't stop drugs. You can't stop prostitution, and you can't stop like money laundering because the government is behind it. At least, I don't know. I think so. But
Government, maybe not so much. Corporations,
yeah,
absolutely. You know
but
how many
human
people I've had to
trafficking.
let walk because they had a fancy lawyer?
Yeah,
This fucking city. Modoc, Lance, all of them. They own all of us. We're property at this point. Slavery has honestly never been better.
but we can fight and sit down upon those who tries to open these pits.
At the very least, we can stop the pits.
Not sure. Like, this is where my weirdness comes. I am not trusting Riker because of this, but at the same time, maybe he just wants to sit upon all the pits by being the biggest badass in town and setting the rules in his own way, and that's how he stops those things.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Anyways, I've I've seen people and I've seen a lot more working for Section 9. By no means is he even close to the biggest badass. And he's gonna find. And if he keeps riding that high horse with that ego, he's in for a rude awakening when someone who actually can do something shows up.
The Who is the biggest badass in Section 9? I'm curious. I want to fight with that guy and learn from him.
I don't know. Abel Strong. If you'd seen, if you had seen, oh, what's his name? Rexford. He was doing some weird shit. Uh,
Who?
Hang on, sorry, I'm trying to out of character remember his name.
Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan. Nathan's done some wild shit.
Like what?
He had like these weird his arms were being, I don't know how to describe it. He like reached out and just slashed people with like his arms, like stupid, like they like Inspector Gadget where his arms like stretched out. He was doing that, but it was like liquid metal, and he was just shanking people with it. It was
Hmm.
pretty nuts. Then of course, just straight up, we don't even know the limit of what Mr. X can do, because I mean he's probably the boss for a reason.
I don't hold Mr. X in equal with the other individuals like you, me, this able guy, Riker. I'm certainly not holding Riker in equal to anyone, at least currently.
And
Until he shows me he can do things. I don't know. Is he a good fighter?
Mr. X,
No, no, no. Riker.
oh Riker, he was, and annoyingly, he when they blew him up, he turned into a wolf. So I guess and I've seen what werewolves can do. Werewolves are nothing to sneeze at. Um, Beyond that, we don't even know what creed. I mean, sorry,
Terror.
We don't know what Perun's. Even before he disappeared on me, disappeared on us, he could shoot lightning out of his fingers.
Weird shit.
Caden, has a magic sword.
Yeah, Kaden. That kid is weird. I don't know.
He's eccentric, but he's all right. He's a good kid. Um,
He's told me that he wants to like, I don't know, maybe it is me being a bit mean, but like he was like, "Oh yeah, I want to stop every pit from ever existing and then use my money to educate people. My mom and dad died. I don't want to talk about it."
stop. Don't be mean to Batman.
I don't know, it's just like
I
I
mean,
was a poor guy. I was a poor person. I'm now quite rich thanks to me betting on myself all the time in pit.
by the
And thanks to
way,
Mr. Rex.
how do you fight? Like, you don't have anything like, you don't like get claws or teleport or shit, do you?
She kind of like looks right, looks left. She kind of feels uncomfortable, obviously.
Don't answer if you don't want to, of course.
No, no, it's not about answering. It's just I can't show you without being in that mindset.
You're right. Yeah, that's not. I'm asking you to show me. Just if you can even remember to describe,
Okay, like
unless
I,
describing is bad.
I am gonna describe what I did, and I don't know how I did it. Okay,
Okay.
here it comes.
Okay.
When we were going with Atlas, oh sorry, Morgan, we saw two guys with automatic assault rifles. They were like 40 feet away. They pulled their gun on us, and in 3 seconds, I ran to them. Um, and they were shooting me. Like they were opening fire with these fire rounds. I ran to them. I hold them and put them in two pieces.
What do you mean you rip? Did you rip a man in half?
She like basically gets their hands, like like doesn't get her hands. Sorry, she like puts her hands, like grabs the air and then like splits the air in two.
Oh, you can. That's neat. Well then, I was thinking
Twice
you just punched a lot. You just. Oh man,
in
that.
3 seconds.
Oh. See what I
I
meant about badder than him, about badder than Riker. And you didn't
am
have to
like,
shapeshift to do that.
no, and I don't. She takes a deep breath and then says, "I heal quite fast." I'm like when I'm hit with there's a baseball hat to the head, baseball hit to the head, and like you broke my teeth and shit. They would just come back in like 2 hours. I
English.
pardon?
Sorry. You were. It was
Did I do
adorable how
something
you
wrong?
were. It was adorable how you were just barely at the words. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
No, it was totally fine. It was adorable. But
I know how to heal, and my skin is quite tough for some reason. Um, uh, she's like thinking, and I can be quite tall. Like when she says I can be quite tall, you kind of realize like she feels like she's touching to the ceiling to you while she doesn't. It's a very weird feeling. It's always there.
I would electrokinesis you and like if would you be able to okay, out of character, would you be able to describe what it would look like if what this would look like in like the electro mode or like just the
What is the
outline?
electro mode?
Yeah, because I was able to see your beast before.
Hmm.
Like, would you be able to describe that, or do you just have no freaking clue?
I'm gonna show you my beast again.
Oh, so
Uh,
that's the so when you do that, your beast is kind of out a little bit, right?
no, 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 no. So basically, I'm gonna post a photo in the post a photo in the image channel, and just gonna explain. So basically, I don't know how do you see things,
I
but
see the electrical currents, like the ions, kind of. I see the energy flowing around, so I would see the outline of that thing.
yes, you would see the outline of that thing, and her size currently is considered 9, while she's 5.
So yeah, I would see that just standing behind you.
Like on me. It is me, not behind me.
Yeah, you would see in character, you'd see Justice as like she'd blink for a second, and then her eyes would widen. She'd look around like, oh, oh, that's terrifying. She's not actually scared, but she's like acknowledged. She feels vaguely comfortable. She's like,
Mhm.
oh,
I'm also like, if I grapple someone, they can't get out.
I can see why.
Like, not like that. How do I say this? Um, uh, it's like they give up in those hands for some reason.
Oh, wow, that makes that's easy. Wow. Normally I grapple somebody, I just cuff them. Man, I haven't been able to arrest any vampires. You'd think I would have been able to like actually arrest one, but every time like I ever put cuffs on somebody, or their heads always explode.
Hmm. You know, the vampires are weak to fire. It seems.
Yeah, that's why I mostly went for the upgrade to my gun. Now it just literally shoots fire.
Very nice.
It is so nice. Um,
I kind of want to do something.
is this in character or out of character?
No, no, she's in character. I
Okay.
made her.
Yeah.
If he like fight with vampires, I'm gonna set myself on fire.
Hmm. Do you think you would survive? You would survive that?
Not sure, but we can always try.
I I don't know if setting yourself on fire would help.
Okay. You know, like when I told you, I just survive with my will.
Yeah, but you don't want to
But
make
listen,
yourself
no, 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 no,
vulnerable.
no, no, listen, listen, listen. So I was fighting with a guy who had a sword, and he took my knife away. After I fought, I realized my skin is harder. I had a guy who always lied to me. After some time, I just learned that it's hard to lie to me. I know when people lies or when they hide something from me. I had a problem with healing. Then I become better. I had a problem with mind controls. I get resistant. I get people who was not staying when I want them to stay, then they do. It's just like when I work on something, it becomes better. And that's the next goal I want to be. I want to be like, because we fight a lot of vampires.
You wanna get caught on fire enough where you just don't care about fire anymore.
She nods.
Oh, guess we can do that. Now you know this is gonna suck, like a lot, right?
She nods.
Okay, I'll get some fire extinguishers and unless you just literally want to sit there and fry and then when you're not dying anymore, we do it again. This is gonna be torture. You understand this. We both okay, we both understand this is gonna be actual torture that you're just subjecting yourself to.
Yes.
Do you want me to find some like medication? Like some like
Mm,
I don't know at this
I,
point you like some hard drugs?
I am not sure for a couple reasons. One of them is I'm trying to learn bunch of things, and this is one of the things I want to learn that is in my um, list. The other list is that the other thing that I want to learn is that being able to hit so good with my hands that you know like some Bruce Lee stuff, the old like I think
Yeah,
100
yeah,
years ago
yeah.
there was like that Bruce Lee who was like doing movies and he was like hitting people and they were like getting cut.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do that. And another thing I want to do is like when I really go ham and like punch someone for real, they don't want to get punched. Like I want to be very strong.
Hmm.
Those are three goals that I have at the moment.
We can we can do this. Yeah, we can easily do this.
Thank you.
Hmm. Is that why you have the hover bike? I mean the hoverboard so you can Is this whole training regimen just going to be you torturing yourself until you come out better?
No, I'm like the reason I have hoverboard is just fun.
I tried once. I tried once, and I was very fortunate that this was, after the surgery, because I would have cracked my skull. Which, your brain suddenly stopping in your head. With the engineering, I'm definitely better at surviving that than a normal person, because they actually like give buffers, but it still fucking hurts.
She nods.
But man, I got like 20 feet up. I just zoomed up, and I just like fell off the board. It was so bad.
Hmm. I am. I just think that we have seen many people who's like throwing those fire rounds and shooting us with guns and shit.
Hmm.
I was just thinking that maybe it would be a good idea to be immune to fire. That's really all.
No, no. There's never not a reason to not be immune to fire. Like hell, even just normal life. It's like as you can see, I don't really burn easily. Like metal hand has a higher heat tolerance than not. So honestly, like when I'm cooking, I just kind of grab stuff because I don't really care. Like, yeah, my body's saying, "Hey, this is potentially hot enough to hurt you," because pain doesn't really work the same for me. Like a normal person, it's like your neurons are firing off, and it's like actual torture. I just kind of get a notification, like I'm aware that it hurts, but it's like not actual pain. Because why the hell would they make me actually be? Why would they actually want you to hurt? You know?
I understand, and
Yeah,
um, it is hard to completely understand, but I do understand.
yeah. Honestly, a lot of my senses are just kind of vague representations of what they used to be. It's weird.
I have a very strange question.
I have a very strange answer.
Like, you are, you were like, I saw the photo. You were human once,
I
and
still think I am. Well, okay, at this point, that's arguable, even beyond that
I
standard.
apologize. I didn't mean to
No,
be
I,
rude.
I
You're
get it
still
every
human.
day. I mean, hell, synth are slaves, and people call me slave. It's like I'm not even a synth. I was born in Oregon. But yeah, so
Do you want to be? Do you want to remain this way, or like, do
uh,
you like want to be like with synths, as in like the synths looks like humans, but they're not. If this technology of synths is existing, where they literally look like humans, why can't be the done same for you? Like, do you want to be? Do you enjoy looking the way you do, or is this a choice? Like, I'm just trying to understand.
that's honestly the best questions. That's honestly the best question anyone's asked me in a long time. Like everyone else is just asking if I have a crotch, but no. All right, so here's the answer to that, and it's actually I've pondered this, and lots of people ask me. When I first got this body, it was mostly just a prosthetic. It really was. Like, the option was on the table, but here's the thing. A, it actually is kind of better than the synth bodies. Functionally speaking, it is, and I've kind of, they said my body had to, like, kind of get ready to, like, be able to accept it, but honestly, I kind of identify this as this now, and I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of people like me in the world. Most just straight up synths. Not a lot of synths are, the metal type, especially these days. Or actually, and there's some companies who think they need to look more robotic so they can justify enslaving them. That's a whole different story. But honestly, it kind of, it's sort of a reminder. People will ask me if I miss what was lost, and I mean, vaguely I do. But when I look in the mirror every morning and I see this face, which hell, I can even it would take a second and it would be kind of weird, but I could actually even like pop this face off. It's really weird. When I'm doing makeup, it makes it so easy when you just look at the face, but it kind of it's a lot of emotions. It's on one hand I feel like maybe a little bit sad, but on another, it it reminds me of what happened. It reminds me of what I survived, and she gives you this look. It's like it kind of pisses me off, and I kind of like it.
You want to take revenge.
Not for, not for, not, not so much about what happened. Here's the thing. I genuinely never took it personally. Like, for whatever, any reason I ever gave, I'm genuinely not even that mad about what they did to me. I'm mad about what they did to everybody else, and subsequently what the pain I've seen in their families. And then what they could be doing right now. And it even goes further than that, I'm kind of mad at the world. Because this world is fucked.
I agree, it is fucked.
And when I look at myself, it kind of brings it all back in. So, no, I kind of don't want to change. In this kind of weird way, it's kind of my scar, and I kind of have a weird love-hate relationship with it. But it makes me stronger.
That's a relationship I have with my face.
I mean, you do look like a badass, though.
She smiles and then she takes out a photo. And she shows it to you. And she shows a photo of a young her that I sent you in your PMs. And
Yeah, I see it. Kind of holds it up to you, looks at both. Honestly, besides the scars in the ink, you're still basically just as cute as you were before, just a different type.
thank you, but it's just hard to believe that.
Well, you know if I was lying, so
Thank you.
so hey, what? Not if not if it's prying, but what is your kind of goal for joining Section 9?
I mean, after I was put in a pit, the reason I was actually put in a pit because I refused to be lover of the guy who stole me from the streets. I was in the orphanage, and I ran orphanage when I was 17. Didn't like things. Whenever I went to a family, something fucked up happened. Like, basically, there was one family who took me, and then they said that they were not able to have kids, and then after some time, they were able to send me back. And then the one family, I didn't get along. One family, the dad was a creep. The other family was strange. It just become a thing. So I ran away from the orphanage at the age of 17. I thought I could do better.
Mm.
And I met this guy named Jason, and he was kind of cute. You know, you like bad boys when you were young.
Yeah, I had that fling.
And after some time, I didn't want to be, and maybe it was because it was near his men that I refused him. He put me in the pit as an example. I had a knife, the guy had a sword. I survived. Then I survived again and again and again and again.
Did you ever kill that fucker?
the guy I want to find. Thanks to Mr. X, I ran away in a weird way. I don't know. The guy who they sent me to save me died in halfway. So I was passed out and I wake up in section 9. I hope I will find him and end his life.
Well, maybe not kill him, because that would be too easy. Or at least make it take a second, because, 3 seconds to be ripped in half. That accomplishes nothing. You see there's a kind of evil grin on her face.
She looks thoughtful.
You know, before Section 9 and things got really complicated, I was thinking about adopting.
And
I was hoping you'd like I was hoping you'd have a better question. Shit. Back in character. Like, I don't know. That's one thing that really pisses me off. Is
go on.
yeah,
What pisses you off?
I kind of really wanted to be a mother. I still can, and it's genuinely better to just go ahead and, see how fucked the world really is. Hell, even before. It's probably better not to bring somebody unrelated in. Just go. Morgan, you're not in the scene. Mute. Mute yourself. You're not in the scene. We're recording. God damn it, Morgan. Mute yourself.
Why can I not hear anything?
Mute yourself.
I muted him.
There we go.
I don't know what the fuck I did to that dude.
Okay, I did too.
Yeah, she says it would be dangerous to the kid.
It
I
would.
understand.
I just wanted to be a mother so bad. Maybe if... Fuck, I don't know if there's a... Do you think there's a retirement plan for this? Like, do you think Section 9's ever gonna just finally let us go?
She shakes her head.
I'm telling you. Once the work is done, if you can, run. Find yourself some happiness. Just don't let this world hold you.
You found some happiness.
I
You
have.
married me. I don't think anybody would love me the way that I am.
You'll be surprised. You'll be really surprised.
She nods.
No, I'm not saying you're not gonna get hurt. You're gonna think you found. I've been down that road more times than I can count. You're gonna think you found somebody, and then they're gonna break your heart. You're gonna keep getting kicked off that horse, but when you do find that one, she kind of glances over to a picture of her and Nick, and you find that one. You just hold on to it. And really, in life, sometimes, sometimes you just have to choose to be happy, you know? Because
She not.
here's a difference between me and you. I believe you could. I'm never gonna get out of this. I don't honestly think I ever had a choice in the matter to begin with. You, you're in a bad spot, but it will get better. It will get better, and if you fight hard enough and you have the right clear vision, you will get there. Because you still have choice. At least hopefully. The only choice I get is just to close my eyes, hum my own little song, and pretend like I actually chose to be happy.
She seems to be quite affected by this talk, and nods again. She is like sometimes very hyperverbal, and sometimes she is just extremely silent. And as she says, "I think I should be off. This,
Yeah,
when you get the bad mood, it's just sometimes good to walk.
I feel that.
But thank you. I, while I feel weird at the moment, this talk did help me.
Cha- Progress does feel weird.
Yeah,
Alright, well, call if you need me, but yeah, this has been pleasant. Thank you.
it was, and it was a pleasure. See you later, Officer Justice.
See you later, Alex.
She will fuck off. She will slowly walk away and get her skates, put it under her hand, and walk away.
I see you off into the distance, and the camera pans out to a rainy San Francisco night or evening. It's turning evening. The rain is fortunately letting up just probably long enough for you to get home. The hover cars in the distance, the birds in the sky, the occasional drone flying around the specific house because reasons. And we will end it here. All right, everybody. Thanks thanks to the players for playing, and thanks for the listeners for listening. And remember, we're in the shadows and we're watching you. Goodbye.